Summer brings relaxation and fun, but can also be a time of increased risk for our hearts.
That's why knowing CPR could be the key to saving someone's life.
To get her own CPR training, News on 6's Alyssa Miller live right now at the YMCA. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm at the outdoor pool at the Herman and Kate Kaiser YMCA here in Tulsa, and I am with the aquatics director. This is Sky Shepard, and then we've got Timothy here that we're going to do some CPR on because he just got out of the water, was drowning. So what's the first thing that you would do?
So if we're pulling someone from a body of water, the first thing we want to try to do is get 2 breaths in them. We want to try to get that water to come out. So if you have something like a face shield to protect yourself and them, you're going to open that up, come down to them. We're going to open this up. We want to plug the nose and cover the mouth with this shield, and then we want to tilt that head as far back as we can.
And that's really for your protection and
Yes.
theirs as far as germs,
Yeah,
right?
we just want to make sure we're protected when we're doing this. So we're going to come here. I'm going to pinch the nose of a person, lift that chin back. I'm going to give them 2 breaths, hope that that water comes out. If it does not, that's okay. We're going to move into CPR.
Well, real quick on the 2 breaths, because you told me that can be the difference maker right there, is those 2 breaths.
Yeah, so a lot of science and research supports that 96% of people that were pulled from a body of water that received 2 breaths, they resuscitated almost immediately. So there is a really high chance of survival related to getting 2 breaths into a person that is pulled from a body of water. It really is key, and that chance of survival coming out of a body of water.
Okay, so what is the next step? And I'll get in on this too, so I can learn a little bit with you.
So this next step, if you have not already done it, you want to make sure you identify someone. Hey, go call 911, get an AED. That's going to be another high chance of survival, is getting that AED applied. But if not, we're going to go ahead and move into CPR. So you'll take the heel of your hand, and we want to place that in between the sternum, fingers facing towards me, just like that. That other hand will then go on top. You can kind of interlace those fingers a bit. We want to have these good locked out elbows, just like that. And then think of that, staying alive.
So the office in that part of the scene was correct.
Yes.
To do that.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And you're going to continue these compressions for as long as you can if you do not have the proper equipment to give those breaths. Okay.
And the effort that you're putting into that, does that matter? Do you need to be doing softer, harder?
So if it's an adult, you want to be at least 2 inches depth of the chest. For a child, it's going to be about 1.5 inches. So you do want that to be kind of deep compressions.
Okay.
Because we want to get that heart pumping and do for it what it's not able to do for itself.
Well, and how big of a difference does this make? I know obviously you're calling 911, so professional help is going to be on the way, but getting that instant help, how much of a difference does that make?
It makes a huge difference in the chance of survival. So immediately starting care on an infant, child, or an adult is going to give their chance of survival increase by probably at least 80% before those first responders get there. So the most you can know, the better for this person to keep them in a functioning state before EMS arrives.
All right. Well, and for workplaces and businesses, they can actually come to you all and you will teach CPR classes for a workplace or a business. But if you as an individual want some CPR training, you can actually do it free through the Broken Arrow Fire Department. They offer hands-only CPR, and then American Red Cross and the American Heart Association do in-person and online courses. So there are plenty of options here in the Tulsa area for you to get this CPR training and save someone's life potentially, especially during the summer months. I mean, you guys probably see drownings occur quite a bit where you guys as lifeguards who are trained in this can step in and save children's lives, adults' lives. I mean, yeah.
Water prevention is key, but if you're not able to prevent it, we need to respond to it. Get those 2 breaths in, call for early care, and start that CPR is really going to make a difference.
All right, well, Sky, thank you so much for giving me this lesson. This was actually my first time learning CPR besides what I learned in that episode of The Office. So this was really helpful and beneficial, and you should come and take one as well.
Hey, Alyssa, we think you and Sky could be twins. Your voice, your appearance, the whole 9 yards.
We could.
It's such a strange thing to see. Anyway, great job, and we're glad that you've learned that now. Thanks, Billy.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
There's
All
the
right.
3rd twin there.
Yeah.